Hi everyone, welcome. Today I am going to introduce LexemeAI, a cloud native offering from CurveSort. In this session, we'll walk through the v1.0 release, which focuses on processing audio assets. With this version, LexemeAI provides three core capabilities. First is transcription, converting audio to accurate text. Second is summarization, extracting meaning, insights, and context. Third is segmentation, breaking the audio into structured labeled sections. We'll go over the overall workflow, the architectural foundations, and finally a demo of the system in action. Let's look at the workflow. It starts very simply. The user uploads their audio assets. Once the file is submitted, LexemeAI processes it on our cloud servers. From there, we generate actionable insights and structured projections. This enables a wide range of real use cases. First is searchability, making audio fully searchable. Second is SEO, improving discoverability of spoken context. Third is globalization and localization, preparing content for multilingual audiences. Next is compliance and governance, ensuring policy adherences. Next is content repurposing, turning long audio into reusable structured text and targeting one or the other markets. Other one is visual graphs and analytics, seeing patterns inside conversations or recordings. Many of these capabilities will continue to expand based on user feedback and partnership needs. And importantly, LexemeAI includes a built-in mechanism for users to submit feedback and request new features, so the product evolves together with the community. I want to take a few moments and talk about the architectural foundations of LexemeAI as it is progressing forward. The first one is AI. For complex in-depth reasoning tasks, LexemeAI utilizes larger models run on the cloud. For tasks requiring lower complexity, faster responses, or enhanced privacy, it relies on the on-device intelligence powered by Apple hardware. This approach ensures a balance of capability, speed, and privacy. Second one is scalability. LexemeAI is structured using small independent microservices. It leverages AWS to scale elastically with demand, meaning the system can grow automatically as usage increases without encountering bottlenecks or requiring manual intervention. Third one is real-time voice agents. LexemeAI delivers low-latency natural voice interactions with on-device wake word detection and streaming responses. Its architecture supports continuous real-time conversations across voice and multimodal inputs. Fourth one is security. Security is a top priority for LexemeAI. The system is designed with a security-first mindset, employing Apple ID, AWS Cognito, JWT-based authentication, and on-device fast processing to protect identity and data end-to-end. The guiding principle is that whatever can remain private on the device stays on the device. Now let's walk through the demo. I'll start by showing our passwordless authentication flow. This is how a user signs up and logs into the LexemeAI without ever needing a password. It keeps the experience simple, fast, and secure. Once logged in, you will see the four top-level screens of the app: your profile, the upload screen for the input assets, the LexemeAI triggers screen, and the output view where results are retrieved. The demo will also walk through how users can submit feedback and feature requests, which directly help us shape the future of the product. Next, you will see how free-tier access and pro access work inside LexemeAI, and how the experience changes depending on the user's subscription. And finally, I will show the team setup section. This includes organizations, categories, members, admins, join requests, and audit logs. These features together make LexemeAI ready for collaborative environments and enterprise needs, in addition to the personal and individual use cases. Let's start from our demo of LexemeAI. This is the passwordless login screen. We will enter our email ID and get the OTP. We have now signed up and logged in. These are the four sections which tells us about the user, about our profile. This is the input where we can upload the assets, the files into LexemeAI servers, and this LexemeAI is where we can trigger the AI processing upon the uploaded assets, and output it is where the results are produced by LexemeAI, which can be retrieved by the user. So let's start from here. We'll come back to these screens in more detail just in a moment. This is the user profile, which tells us that which is the present subscription that that a user is holding. This is a free tier. This is the email, and this is the selected organization. This is a logout button, and here you can see these are the two organizations which are associated with this user. You can choose one of them, and this selected organization will be picked for the subsequent operations. We'll come back to this active organizations, but this is the one that tells us to how we can work in a team setup. Here is the input. So this is a selected organization. If we change it to say Lexem Research, this is the one we are operating by default, and these are the two categories. Categories are like departments or groups in a team setup, and I can upload the assets here from my local storage. Let's choose these two. These two are the files or the asset that I'm associating with this category. I can I can basically play it here from this button, that which is the selection. I can delete it from my local selection. So let's see. Yeah, so it will be talking something here, and then we will upload here. We can choose another category. We can associate another asset with this. Let me choose this one. I'll be able to upload this as well. In one shot, in one go, we can choose at max 5 assets and upload them. If we want to choose more than 5 assets, then we can upload them in multiple attempts. And here we see that there is one asset that is available on server with this category, and in the next category we have two assets which we uploaded. So we will trigger the processing here. So this is the play button that we can see that which particular item in the selection we are talking. This is will play with the pre-signed URL on the server. Yeah, so it is playing it. Here we can delete it from the server, this asset, and here we can invoke the LexemeAI processing. So this is telling that what is the invocation ID. These IDs, if you look into this ID or this category ID or even the organization ID, are used by the advanced users, and after you process trigger AI here, it will be silenced for 10 seconds so that it is not invoked by a bot or not accidentally in a wrong way. We can trigger it here as well. So this happens asynchronously. For example, once it is done, it will, if it is a bit longer file, then it is happening in the background. So let's change the category. Yeah, we'll do it here. It is possible that it will say that the maybe if, for example, if you are invoking way too many invocations, so it will say so that there are too many invocations, you may need to just wait for a moment. And let's come to output, that what has been produced by LexemeAI. So these are the 3 invocations that have been produced. We can relate them. This is the project ID is about the backend project. So as more expansions are happening in the LexemeAI, this will take a significant kind of one of the roles. So presently it will remain constant. Here you can download the produced result as a JSON file, and here you can look into, for example, if I click it here, it will download it here. And this is not showing here because the invocation is happening and is let's do it again. Yeah, now it's showing because the invocation has been complete and is available to download. And we can look into the particular details of this produced result here. And this is the summary that it has produced. You can select it, and this is the transcript, a relatively long one. And this is the metadata. It tells about the duration, the bitrate of the uploaded asset. Statistics tells about the word count or the topic count. And then these audio segments into, so the transcription is divided into different segments here. So let's take a moment to look into the team setup here as well. So this is the active, this tells us the list of active organizations. For example, the user Bloom is an active user here, and the user is not a member in this organization, and user is an active admin in this organization. So the admin has some of the more privileges and hence invoke more operations, privileged operations upon the organization. So for example, as a user, you can look into the into their, what is this organization all about. So this tells us that this is the organization ID, name, and when it was created, and some of the metadata if it was associated with this organization. And for example, if you look into rename organization, it can be done only by the admin. So that is what has been told by the in the message. Create organization is this one. If as a user Bloom I want to create a new organization, I can say that this is my new org, and the created name I can give, this is me. Like I can give my name, I can give some admin note. So and organization details, I can give something. So these are details. Priority. So these priority tags, public and region, are not interpreted in a special way presently by LexemeAI. Based upon partnership and the feature request, this will be more closely associated with the workflows. So we can give it is a high priority. Tags are, for example, tag 1, tag 2, tag 3, and this is a public. Region, I can say it's a global, or maybe it's I would say it's Australia, UK, and maybe I can say, yeah, so I can give it like this. I can create it. It has created the new organization here. I'm an active admin by default. This gives the ID and the details. And let's look into the categories. Presently there are no categories in this new organization, so I can choose to add one. This is the new category 1. I can, it's a department, so I can as well say this is my HR department. If I can choose to give admin notes or details, or I can simply create it here. I can create a new department, say legal department. I can create an engineering department here. I can see what are the details here. For example, the information about this particular category. So it has given this metadata here. I can basically rename it if needed. So this is my HR, human resource department. It gives the informative message here, and then it updates the list, and it comes as human resource department. I can as well choose to delete it. So it has gone. I can close it, and we can as well delete the organization if it is no longer required, if it is gone. Yeah, so it has been deleted. Let's come back to our Lexeme Studios. We can as well look into the, for example, let's see what are the categories in this. So these are the 2 existing categories, and as an admin I can look into the members. So these are the 3 basically this is a pending, so we cannot say that he is a member, but there is a pending user request that an admin can approve. So and this is the active user, and this is the one active admin in this. So there could be more than one, there can be more than one active admins in this organization. So this gives us the details here, that this is the active admin. And for example, if I can choose, I can rename the for example, presently it is telling this is Bloom active admin. Bloom is the name. We can choose to basically, if there's a rename required, yeah, we can give it the new name. And this, so this I can choose to accept or approve this joining request. I can choose to reject this joining request, or I can revoke the existing member using this. So let's accept first this, approve this request. So Bob is changed from pending user to active user now, and the active membership can be revoked using this. So Bob is now a revoked user. This is a message, and we can also filter upon which are the existing active members, which are the pending one, which is the rejected one, which is the revoked one. So this is the one which is revoked. Okay, and we can look into the audit part, because as an active or admin, I can look into the what are the actions performed by another or me as an admin upon this organization. So we can say that this is the email ID. Okay, so this particular admin has revoked user join request approved member renamed, and in this order, and this is the date. And as well, we can see that if this is one particular user, this is the target email, this is the particular user, so which are the actions performed upon this user. So we can, so he was a creator of the organization, no particular other admin has performed any actions upon this user, so it has seen no records. So we have seen the team setup here. Let's start looking at few other things here important. This is about the for example, tells about the LexemeAI offering from CurveSort. These are the 5 major steps, the important steps. And it talks about the free tier and the pro subscription. In the pro subscription, you have you can avail the data governance, production workflows, and up to 100 invocations per day. The free tier is data is not preserved, and it is 20 invocations per day for first month and 3 invocations per day for the next 2 months. So do consider to upgrade to pro subscription. You can get it here. For example, I can choose to so this is the test setup. Yeah, so presently this is a kind of test amount. You can look into the Apple Store for the exact part. I can subscribe. This is the monthly subscription. Yeah, so I'm done here. Okay, great. So it is now telling me that I'm a pro member, pro subscription, and this is the feedback where you can give the feedback if there's a feature request, or you're looking for what is your business goal, and the title of the feature you can mention it here. This is my new feature which I'm asking, and I should say that okay, I'm looking for real-time turn maybe conversions in my conversation, something like that, or whatever suits you best business goal. Maybe I think spontaneous and natural communication. This is general one, so it's better that say I would say 10% or 10% improved spontaneous and natural conversation based upon the metric X or something you can mention, so that it can make more that what is it we are talking about. Or business goal, you can, I think, better say that this is to improve my retention, or improve my customer retention, or I should say the customer queries. Improve. Right. I think this is part you can say in the details. Improvement in retention. Send. Okay. This is the feedback information section, and so yes, this is mostly about it. Yeah, I think we have covered complete one. Yes, so great. Let's look forward and to your usage and talk to you later.